Welcome back to another session on Python programming. We are dealing with the second PUC Computer Science Practicals. Today we are going to solve the exercise number A3. And the question for the exercise number A3 is as follows. We are supposed to write a Python program using user-defined function to calculate the interest amount using simple interest and compound interest method. And we are supposed to find the difference of interest amount between the two methods. A sample solution is already provided. In this sample solution, if you notice that there are two methods that are being specified. However, these methods are called only once. So I'm going to reduce the code by combining these two methods as a single method, and then we will proceed as follows. So let us go to the VS Code here. And if you are new to the VS Code, the first thing that you are going to do with the VS Code is you are going to select the folder where your files will be stored. So what I have done is I have stored all my files in the second PUC folder. So let me go to the that folder. So I'm going to click on the file and open, and then I will go to the second PUC folder where I have kept all my files. So I'm going to select the second PUC folder. If you click on the Explorer icon over here, you will notice all the programs that you have created. In my case, these are the programs that I have created. To create a new file, you are going to just click on the new file over here. You just click on the new file and give the name. I'm going to give the name as A3. This is going to be the third program in the Python. So I will just give it as A3 and just press enter, and you are ready to go. You can click on the icon here, that is the explore icon here, to hide it. So let us start with the function first. If you are not very familiar with the calculation of a simple interest and compound interest, let me quickly give you an insight of how to calculate simple interest. Simple interest is nothing but principal time rate divided by 100. In the same way, you can calculate the compound interest. Compound interest is calculated as principal into 1 plus rate of interest divided by 100 to the power t minus 1. So these are the two methods. Even though there is a other way of calculating the compound interest. So this is the compound interest that is calculated with the compounding that is added to the previous interest. Anyhow, these are the two methods that we are going to use it. So let's go ahead and let's start the function. So I'm going to say define, and I will say calculate interest. So I'm going to say cal interest. So just as simple as that. I need principal, I need time, I need a rate of interest. So these three things are required to me, and I am supposed to return something. So I'm going to say return. And what are the things that I can think of returning? I can return p into t into r divided by 100. So this is the first one that I can think of returning. So this is nothing but your ptr by 100. So this is the formula, ptr by 100, p into t into r divided by 100. Next time I'm going to use I will use the other one, p into 1 plus r by 100 to the power t minus 1. So this is the second one. I'm going to put a comma here. So this is the first one that will be returned. The second one that I'm going to return is p into, okay, I need two brackets over here. Let me just put them properly. So this is p into 1 plus r by 100. So what is this 1 plus r by 100? If you look at here, this is 1 plus r by 100. So this is what I have written, 1 plus r by 100. So there are two brackets are there. This is 1 plus r by 100 to the power t. So this is what I'm going to write here, 1 plus r by 100 to the power, you know very well, to the power means 2 star, that is the 2 multiplication size, minus 1. So this is what is written here. So minus 1, 1 plus r by 100 to the power t minus r, entire thing multiplied by p. So this is what is the formula. So you can think of this. Let me just make it a small p over here, so that I won't get anything over here. So this is the first result that is returned. This will be the second result. Just to make it, I think that is enough. Okay, so done with it. So let us take all the values of PTR. So we will say what is P. P is I'm going to use the float. So float of and I will use the input, and then I will say enter principal amount. Okay, and I'm going to put one space here, so that remember I'm putting one extra space over here for the first one. If you know how to use the machine, then use the Control C to copy it. Control C to copy it. So select it. Control C to copy. Press go to the next line and Control V. So let's do that thing. So just tell you what are the things to copy it. It is CTRL. Control plus C to copy. To paste it, CTRL plus P. Use this one. First you copy it and then paste it. So why did I do that? So second one is same. So you need to calculate the time. So you are going to say enter time. So simple as that. Enter time. Next one, let me press Control V. Once you copy it, you can paste it any number of times. Next one is R. So you are going to say rate. Okay. Let me just put as rate. So done. So you have all the three things with you. Let us calculate the simple interest and compound interest. So two are calculated, and I'm going to call this function cal interest, and I'm going to supply the values. So let's say cal interest. Okay, and I'm going to supply the value p comma t comma r. So supply it in the same order in which it is given. Now if you notice, what is this happening over here? If you are wondering what is happening over here, so this function is going to return two things. So this is the first thing that is returned by this function, and there is a comma separation, and this is the second thing that is written by the function. The first one that is returned will be placed in the simple interest. The second one that is returned will be placed in the second one. So two things will be returned and two things will be placed in S and C. So you get a simple interest and you get a compound interest. Let us print all of them. So I'm going to use the print here, and I will use f string for the printing. I'm going to say simple interest. Okay, E is rupees, and I'm going to put one dot here, and then I'm going to say simple interest. Okay, yes is my simple interest, and I'm going to use the colon and point to F. To F is the decimal places. So what is this I have written, if you are wondering? So if you are getting the value like 123.6678889, like this very large number, it will be reduced to 234.66 or 67 if it is rounding off. So only two decimal places accuracy. So after dot, if you let me just zoom in for you. Okay. Let me just zoom in for you. So after dot two decimal places. So that is the meaning. So in your floating point, anything can come. After dot, there will be two decimal places, only two decimal places it will be there. So that is what I'm showing over here. So after decimal to after decimal point, only two digits has to be shown. So that is point to F. Now let us go to the next line, and I'm going to say slash n for next line, and I'm going to say compound interest. Let's say compound interest, okay, is rupees, and I'm going to put the bracket. C is my compound interest. Again same thing, colon, okay, dot to F. Again to F, you know very well, it is the decimal places that I'm interested in, and then I'm going to say difference. Okay, E is rupees. Okay, and put a dot, and let us open the valuation. So I will say compound interest minus simple interest. So this is compound interest minus simple interest. Then I'm going to use the colon and point to f. So what is this one? So they have asked for three things here. One is we are supposed to show the simple interest, compound interest, and the difference between the simple interest and compound interest. If you notice a difference, what they are saying is compound interest minus simple interest. I'm going to use the same thing what they have done, okay, but all the calculations are done directly over here. So this is done over here, and let me just use simple interest C, compound interest yes, sorry, simple interest yes, compound interest C. So because I've used the S and C here, so this is compound interest C, simple interest yes, which is being used over here. So this is the final version that we have it here. Control yes to save it, and I'm going to just run here. Okay, and it is going to ask me for the value. So just I'm going to take their own values which are given 45,003 and 12.5. So let us go with that. 45,000 and 3 and 12.5, let us say, and this is what you're going to get it if I've given that. If you want to compare it, you will see that it is 16.75, 19 point something, and 219 or something. You will notice one thing that you have the two decimal places accuracy. So that is because you have said 0.2, two decimal places accuracy, because you said two decimal places. Okay, two decimal places accuracy because you said 0.2f. So that 0.2f means two decimal places after you were in the decimal places. So let me just take it down. Now this is done in the VS Code. Now what if you want to do the same thing in the IDLA? The idea is same. Let me just copy this one. Assume that I'm typing even in the IDLA, even though I'm not going to do it. Let us go to the IDLA. So if you want to start the IDLA, just search for the IDLE and then open it. Okay, you get the IDLA. Open it. I have done just assume that I opened it. Go to the file and you say new file. Okay, assume that I've typed it. So just assume that everything I have typed it here. Just assume that this is done. I have just typed it, because it was going to take a longer time. Let me click on the file and save my file. So I'm going to say Control S here also. You can save this file. Go to the location where your teacher has told you to save the file. So generally I'm saving it in the D drive, second view say. This is A3. I'm not going to give A3 because already I have given the name A3 in my VS Code. So I'm going to make it as A3A. You can give any other name. Okay, there is no need to type pi because it's going to add the dot pi on its own. Just run this module. So just run this module, and you are given the choice here. So let's say you have 10,000 rupees and you want to invest for 2 years with the rate of interest 10, 20, and this is what you are going to get it. So this is the simple program for calculating simple interest and compound interest. Thank you for your interest. We will meet again in the other exercise. Thank you.